Hi, Sag. It's Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your August 2018 Soul Tarot reading. Look at that. Sag, I'm really excited about this. The readings that have been coming out are beautiful. Um, couple of messages from Spirit, I think, before we start. First of all, welcome. Hi, everybody. It's so wonderful to as always, Spirit says to have you here. If you're new, welcome aboard, Spirit says, and thanks to all you folks that have been traveling with me as I've been going really deep and working my own, Spirit says magic, but working my own process, just like you're doing, to unfold my life and step deeper in. So here we are in this season of triple eclipse, the intense full moon, all the things that have been coming forward. And so, what Spirit has been asked, making a couple of requests, okay? One is, please watch all the videos of your cohort because there are strings of messages. Spirit's talking about strings of light. There's a lot, all right? Can't get it out in one single reading. And Spirit wants us to begin to learn about the attenuation of your fire sign set point. Whether you're an earth sign, water sign, air sign, please watch the videos. Going forward, things are about to change. As we all know, certainly true for me, true at Moonrise Cottage, there's going to be a special event here on the day of the eclipse. I'm going to post a little video about that, but basically, just to give you a heads up, I am going to create the first, Spirit's calling it the ignition. We've had some chat about that. Fire in the ceremony area that is being created here in order to welcome people here to have a sacred journey with me, with themselves through the spirit realm. There are going to be individual journeys and group journeys. So I am going to initiate that on the day of the eclipse. And Spirit's talking to you about being initiated. It just came out in the Aries reading. Please go watch that. Spirit says it has everything to do with you. All right. So we're going to drill down a little bit on your particular energy, string, pattern, vibration, etc. Spirit wants you to think about the attenuation of your own soul, of your own being, of the mission that you came here for. The other thing is Mercury's in retrograde. I've been tripping over my tongue all day. I've been having trouble with the viewers, so bear with me. Okay? So I'm going to jump right in. Oh, wait, one more thing. Hang on. So the cards came out. And I've been asking Spirit for the overarching message. And another card popped out. I had just finished shuffling, another card popped right out of the middle of the deck. So I just want to show that to you. All right. That's how deep you're going. That is about a student of the, Spirit saying the sacred lore. So definitely go watch Aries because that's what it's all about. So this person is more representative of your particular energy set point. The strings of your fire energy, the light that you carry, and the way in which you carry it. And there are a couple cards in the reading that I was very grateful to see them come out. This is about someone who makes a commitment to be a student, to learn the sacred arts, and goes very deep into a state of meditation in order to cross over and have a journey out into the universe, to open themselves to the sacred knowledge that exists. So, I don't want to spend any more time on that, but Spirit just wants you to know. Spirit's doing this. See that? Spirit's saying, that's you this month. So I'm going to jump in. All right. I've probably forgotten something. I don't even know because my head is a whirl. So Spirit has asked me to, because of the momentous things that are unfolding, to change up the way I do the reading. I'm actually going to put Spirit in charge. Instead of going through card by card like I usually do, I'm going to let Spirit hopscotch around and have a direct communication with you through me, of course. So Spirit says, let's get to it. Okay, Sag. Spirit wants you to look at what is traditionally the bridge card. That is the card in the middle row on the far left, in case you don't know. Sag, do you remember, if you've been following along, when Spirit's saying, when you and I had this discussion about your nature and what it is to be standing in this world as a Sag, so filled with love energy and so distressed by the condition that the world is in. So this is a story about two warriors, and Spirit's talking about humanity. It's just, we're having conversations. I'm asking Spirit to hang on. We've been having conversations as the readings have come out about what it is to be deeply in ourselves and come into our ability to do what our mission is, so to speak. So, Spirit always says, you are your purpose. It's 100% true. Whatever your life is, your purpose is to attenuate yourself to the energy so that your mission can come forward. And Spirit says, don't confuse the two things. You are a fabulous light worker just as you stand in your life, no matter what you do. And don't ever forget that. All right. So, there was some discussion that came out many months ago. I think it might have even been last year, about what it is to have the heart of a Sagittarius and the fire energy that struggles so deeply with this notion of humanity. It's about two warriors that were kind of, the Spirit saying hex. Okay, there was a hex, a spell, whatever, on them. And they were, Spirit saying they were brothers. They had to, all day long, they had to fight. And they were locked in battle. They didn't want to be doing it, but they had to. And, one day one of them would die, the other day the other one would die. And then as evening came on, they would tend to each other's wounds and just be racked with sorrow, sadness, and transforming because of the effect of the suffering and the sorrow. And that's why we see blue in his hair. So there's the moment when the blood of these wounds of humanity flow into the sacred waters of our life cycle. And we learn over all these many eons that we've been learning about the effect of this on us. Spirit's talking with you. Spirit is calling you out and saying, I love you. I see you. Oh, I'm getting choked up. I know. Spirit keeps saying, I know your heart. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. All right. So Spirit wanted to start with this bridge card because there's going to be a lot of discussion about what is happening in your soul development because of the eclipse and the trines, the water sign and the earth sign trines, and all the things that are coming forward. We started out with a partial eclipse of the sun in Cancer with Pluto standing across the sky, bringing a lot of power, bringing Cancer, that energy, the love energy of the water element, into its place here in order to unfold everything else that is happening through this eclipse season. And for you, Sag, it's about this. And look, there's the water. Okay? Healing, love, nurturing, the stream of life, all those notions. So Spirit says we're going to launch from there today. Spirit would like to give you some assurance. Look at the left-hand column. On the bottom, on the human realm, this came out for Aries as well, there is the sacred king of art. And what I'm going to do today is just read to you. Spirit wants me to just focus on the divinatory meaning. So let me flip open my book. I wasn't sure if that was going to come through, but yes, it is here. That is a sacred warrior whose name was Lugh, L-U-G-H. He is known as the king of art. He is a creative and spiritual individual with deep emotional reserves. He is calm. He has a clear sense of responsibility. He is highly compassionate. And that's why it's here as the first card on it, the human realm. That's you, said you standing in your power. And Spirit's saying, I'm standing here supporting your desire at the bridge card to clear away the obstacles within you so you can do your work and shine your light. Spirit's calling you light workers, all of you sun signs. The light, okay, you know what? I said sun sign. That's interesting. So Spirit is talking about the energy of the sun, Uranus, the power of the sun, all those elements that make up the power of radiation. and what is happening with this eclipse. I posted a video from an astrologer whose name I'm blanking on at the moment, but she's in the playlist. Please go watch it. There's so much information. And Spirit again is using the word attenuation. So you really understand the effects of this eclipse. In Leo, aligned with Aquarius. I'm not an astrologer, so I can't repeat it, but go look because it's important. And that's why this is here. All right. It's Spirit saying it's you at your highest vibratory element. The King of Art is a very generous individual, deeply philosophical, mystical. He has liberal attitudes and he is kind. His spear covers great distances while his light clears away darkness and obstruction. And if you are drawing upon the creative heart within you, you will find the inner confidence and the calm to withstand the troubles that we see reflected just above that. And the soul question is, what does your generous impulse bid you to do? And of course, it's all about growing into your soul destiny. So look up the column. On the top is a prophecy. It's beautiful. It's a male, okay, Spirit saying it's a male deity. That is the augury of battle. The new way that you will be able to do battle because you do stand in the light of your own fire sign element. All right, so give me a moment. I'm going to flip through my book and read to you the divinatory nature of this. Okay, so the augury of battle. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the card first. Okay. Here it is. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. This sword is ignited by the wind. And we see this beautiful warrior of prophecy. And what he's actually doing is, okay, now I get it. Thank you, Spirit. He is the sacred poet. He's been through his initiation. That's why his garments are blue. He's come through. And he's singing spells and incantations and prayers and intentions, Spirit says, upon the sword in the moments before he intends to grasp it. And look at the sword. Spirit says, there's no getting past that. When you are faced with this kind of intention and clarity and strength that comes from this place, okay, Spirit's calling them twins, all right? Wanting you to really understand your warriorship in these moments going forward. So, the beautiful prophecy, the augury of battle, a new beginning, and it's at the soul level. So, you have finished a cycle and you are coming forward renewed with the desires that you have in your heart that you learn by journeying here in the earthly realm. Okay, so this is about power, about strength, about will, achievement, advantage. It is about possessing honesty and ethics and self-determination, becoming vehemently clear and motivated, becoming an active champion of causes. It is about having the ability to have conquest over difficulties and having reached a great breakthrough. The augury or prophecy given by the sword of Nuadu is received upon the wings of the wind that blow freely throughout the world. The breath that animates all living beings enables the prophetic song to be sung. The sword must be grasped firmly and confidently with decisive vision and honest motivation. How are you being called to engage more strongly with life? And so Spirit says, you know, that's what the Spirit would like you to know about your journey and about your heart and the way in which you are being answered. Because there is an enormous amount of power. Spirit says, the illustration of the two warriors who are battling endlessly, that's your heart. And look what is encircling it, Spirit says. All right? Very powerful prophecy, a very powerful king of the mystical realm, here to clear away the obstacles so that the intentions of your heart can come forward. All right, so Spirit says, take a look at the, given that, right? Take a look at the card that is the theme, the message from Spirit. There it is. Look at that. There you are. This is the prophecy of the eclipse, Spirit says. That is actually a passage tomb in the background. And this young warrior has hit the tip of his spear, or his sword. I'm being corrected. Okay, there's the sacred sword. That's what you're holding. All right? Right at the spiral of destiny. And he has a very strong will, and he is open from the will center all the way up. And he has the sun just above him. That is the warrior of battle. It's a beautiful notion. So let me toggle back to the cards. I want to read to you about him, and then we're going to go forward from there, Spirit says. So the warrior of battle was working with elements that had to do with his family lineage. And so that's why Spirit's talking about humanity, the family of humanity. He is a strong-willed man of courage and heroism, fearless and quick to defend, sometimes over-eager. He is wild, even fanatical at times. This card portends a time for forthright action and spontaneity. It is about being a champion of causes and the defense of honor. Sometimes we need to set aside our earthly concerns and personal agendas in order to step forward to help the common good. What requires our championship in this moment? And we know, Sag, Spirit's already been talking about it. So that's the theme. That's why all these things are coming forward. All right. So as we step into the eclipse, if you look at the right-hand column, a great change. The Tower card. There's nothing that I love seeing here better than that. That is the changer of truth. Okay? In Soul Tarot, it's about having this very powerful moment. This is what the eclipse brings into your human existence. Massive shift and change because of the eclipse and the way it's aligned. And that's why Spirit was talking about the astrology. Go watch that video, okay? Beautiful male energy to move these things that are the destiny for the inhabitants, the family, Spirit says, forward. You are being given an enormous amount of power. Let me just toggle back. All right, so again, on the human realm, right in your life, right where you're standing, Spirit says, because of your alignment with the fire sign energy and the eclipse and the attenuation of the strings of energy that come through, and for you, it's about your heart chakra. I know it. I've heard from a lot of you. And there's much more to a Sag than that. I get it. But in these moments of clearing away obstacles, in order for this great change to come forward, what's right standing in the middle of that on the human realm is a literal soul journey. The Spirit says, what could be more powerful than that? So your soul has been desiring the change that is coming. And it is the wishes of your soul and the power of the Spear of Lu at the time of the eclipse that bring forward the change. It is literally your intention. And you can work with these energies in order to take them up. Spirit's saying, look at the bottom right-hand corner, follow the energy up to the top, and you'll understand what the change is really about. This is not about a catastrophe. This is about the deepest regions of your soul and your heart and the way you can now employ the fire sign energy. It's particularly beautiful to me. So it may be on the day of the eclipse. Okay, Spirit's talking about, even as the energy rises, meaning as we move toward the eclipse, understand what's happening for your soul. In your human set point, your soul resides. It has a desire. And what's going to be happening is you're going to be having an awakening. Look at that along the spine. People call that Kundalini awakening. And your spirit rises and goes through the portal that is given by the eclipse, and destiny turns, and you walk out into the sacred cauldron of wisdom and healing and compassion in order to bring forward this change that you've been desiring for a long time. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And look, it's the biggest part of the change is at the heart chakra. And there's the lightning bolt of change. It's fantastic. And destiny. All right, it's always backwards. You see the spiral of destiny right there? Coming forward. And those things that no longer serve, the cauldron gets tipped over and they are out. And something phenomenal comes forward from there. Spirit wants to talk with you about the center row of cards. When you focus on your soul journey this month, and your spirit is drawn out through the portal of the eclipse, you come initially as you journey out. The first thing that you're going to meet is this beautiful woman. That is the sacred high priestess with the sacred mother behind her. She is the guardian of truth and the guardian of the gateway. And so you come to this woman at the standing at the portal, Spirit says, the sacred feminine energy, in order to guide your pathway. And you have a conversation. This is what happens. If you've ever had, Spirit was talking about initiation in the Aries reading. If you have ever had a sacred initiation, you understand this concept. You have to come to the ceremony, prepare yourself, and then you have to step into the circle. And someone greets you there, and you are asked some very serious questions, and you're given some directives. So Spirit's saying that's a conversation that's going forward. She is here to bless you and to give you protection for the journey that you are having, because it is very clearly a profound shift and change. She is aligned with Brigid and Saint Bridget, very deeply mystical woman who awaits your arrival. And if you look up the column, when you step into the circle and you have your soul journey and you meet this woman, she meets you at the gateway to provide you with safe passage and to enlighten you with the truth of your journey. Your energy rises into the realm of your soul destination, Spirit says, and that is the Sun card. That is a major arcana card. Actually, all three in that column are major arcana cards. And Spirit says, I put them there so you would really understand the momentous moment that you're in. And that is why it is right at the center of this reading. Okay. The Sun card. Standing in the simple light, the joy of the sun with abundance. And you have passed through the portal and you emerge marked, forever changed. Those are the colors of transformation and enlightenment in this deck. You're standing on the sacred ground of the ancients, and there is the spiral that carried you through. Hang on a second. I want to show you one more thing. Remember that one? Okay. Spirit says, just so you really know. All right. Spirit's asking me to show you one more thing. I love the way Spirit's hopscotching through the reading. Okay. We got this beautiful guy. And then, whoops, wrong one. That sword, right? It's just an enormous transformation. And you emerge this way. So, we don't see the card for the Sacred Initiate, but Spirits tell me it's in here. It's all about this because of what the eclipse is bringing forward. All right. So I'm going to toggle back so you can see the cards. I'm going to read some of this to you. Okay. The Protector of Lore. Pardon me. This is about wholeness, happiness, attainment, success, simple joys and pleasures. Like Spirit says, like when you go out into nature on a sunny day, it's beautiful. But the deeper aspects are about devotion, about gratitude for life, becoming open, fully open at the heart chakra, possessing sincerity, It is about coming into safety after peril and feeling contented with yourself at long last, understanding yourself because you've been through this sacred journey of power through the days of the Lion's Gate till now. That is the cycle that is being completed. And Spirit, one of the things Spirit was saying is, we all thought that that eclipse was, the top, but really it was just a portal to open us in order to have the training that we've had over the last year to be able to come and stand in this moment with our deep desires right at the center. All right. So the protector of lore is not known. There are no known images in statuary, but it is reflected in the great solar head from the city of Bath in England. Very fascinating story. It's too long. I can't read it to all of it to you. But Spirit's talking about the White Horse of Uffington. It is about becoming very dynamic and being liberated. The protector of lore brings everything and every being into the realm of simplicity and joy, where it can reveal itself and its gifts. By aligning with our true self, things begin to go smoothly. And, the soul question is, who are you? And we know because we see it here, Sag. So, next to that is another major arcana card. So, on the spirit realm, on your soul journey, there is a prophecy. And then the sun card, talking about all the aspects of the eclipse and how it's going to affect you and how you will emerge into those moments when you put your hands on the sword of victory. And there's another image of the sword. So we have 3 images of the sword in this reading. It's phenomenal. So the other thing I want to say, Spirit's been talking a lot through me about yin and yang and the marriage of the sacred male and the sacred feminine. There are a lot of events that have come forward. It's part of what's happening in this cycle of eclipses and the energies rising through the summer. So there we see 2 warriors illuminated by the sun, the male and the feminine set point. So the male aspect brings forward a prophecy. And then we see the eclipse come forward. And as you emerge your soul journey from the days of the eclipse, we see another beautiful major arcana card that is the empowerer of will. In traditional tarot, it is the strength card, pardon me. All right, so let me show you the card and I'll read for you from the book. So Spirit, this has been coming out too. Spirit's talking about the energy, right? There's a lot of verbiage coming through about the energy. So this is a real woman who existed, and she was a druid. Her family was slaughtered by the Romans, and she rose up in insurrection, gathered up an army, and went to battle. And when she was standing on the battlegrounds, she brought a hare. When the armies were aligned, she opened the basket, and she stood there and watched which way the energy was going, so that she would know where are the power points in the battlefield and how to fight in order to prevail. And that's exactly what she did. So Spirit's talking to you about follow the energy. Know that when you come through this eclipse, your will is empowered in order for you to move forward with your soul journey into the next phase of your development. Spirit is saying that which you have desired has arisen in these moments and wants to give you certain clarity about that. So, because of all this journeying, all these sacred elements here, all the major arcana cards, and a clear message in the center row of the readings about the desire, the initiation of this cycle. So maybe it was last summer. I don't remember, to tell you the honest truth. But I know there was a reading that came out with a discussion about that. So Spirit says, I'm here to tell you that you have been heard, and your prayers and your desires have been delivered to the gateway, so that you can stand as the sacred warrior that you are and bring forward the change that you are seeking, not only for yourself, but for all of humanity. And that's the outcome card, a new quest, because a warrior always goes on a quest, right? I love the way these are coming out. It just fills me with joy for all of us. And that's what Spirit is saying. Just understand the power of your intention and your desire and continue to stand in it like this beautiful young warrior. And it brings forward the great change that the Tower card is talking about, a quest of skill to redevelop, regestate, and there again is a notation of the water sign. That water sign stuff that came through because of the trine and the way it connects with the earth signs, we are all connected now. That's the other thing about this moment. It's I have come to deeply believe it because of the journeys that I've had. And if you have any interest, look at some of the little videos I posted about my journey and the soul travel invitation. That's going to be coming forward. And it brings this for all of us. And this is the journey that you are on. Spirit says it's reflective of all those things. All right. So, the sacred salmon of wisdom, right at your head. Okay. And all these wisdom animals, eagle about long vision, effortless flight, and the raven that flies back and forth that accompanies Lou on his journey, the King of Air. And there we have this elk. It's about stamina for a long journey. And that beautiful owl it used to whisper into the ear of Athena. Spirit's talking more about warriors, male and female warriors, and the mystical journey of the gods. Spirit says all the things that are displayed here. All right. So, this also is a prophecy because it's a quest that you are going on. Once you come through these moments and you have the days of August, Spirit says stand right in it. There's nothing you have to do in August other than become aware of what is happening in your human realm and in your soul. I'm going to toggle back so that you can absorb the energy that is meant for you and come to understand the power of Uranus, the power of the sun, and what it means to really be aligned with that and how it brings you to your journey. Pardon me. So, Spirit wants me to remind you, look at the bottom corners, follow the energy upward to understand the deeper aspects of the reading. Sag, I just want to give you, I'm going to talk a little bit, getting choked up. Spirit saying, my entire gratitude for the dedication that you actually do have and what has been carried forward with your soul intention when you decided to come here for this journey. And really just Spirit wants to put its arms around you and comfort you and thank you and acknowledge you. And that's what this reading is about. That's how it feels. There's a lot of love streaming through. And I, as a human being, have an extreme amount of gratitude and I want to express it. Just about who you are. It's just about your being. Like Spirit says, you are your purpose. Don't ever doubt it. Right? Just because you're here, things are changing. So Spirit says, ponder that. And I'll leave you with the cards. And please share on the thread of discussion below. I want to hear everything that's going on, all the things you're thinking and feeling, anything you want to say, highly valuable, Spirit says, because you speak with your energy about all these matters. Thank you so much, Sag. Spirit saying, with any luck at all, she'll talk to you again next month. It's so snarky sometimes. All right, thanks, everyone. I'll see you soon. Goofballs.